All right, in this video, I'm going to talk about how to write conditioning programming using sets and reps. And we're also going to explore the different types of REST protocols that we can do with that as well. So let's go ahead and go to the calendar. I'll just pick any calendar here. And I'll just start off by writing an SAQ plus C exercise, and we'll just call this sprints. Let's just say that we want to do a sprint conditioning protocol. So of course you have the number of sets. So if you're thinking about doing 3 sets of a certain number of reps, then obviously you would come in here and say that you're doing 3 sets. And then you can go ahead and toggle this button to type in the number of reps. So for instance, if you want to do 3 by 3, you could just type in 3. However, you do have the ability to write a custom number of reps, just like you do with lifting. So if you wanted to say run 3 sets of 3, and then 4, and then 5, then you just type that in. Okay, and then the next thing to do is just to keep toggling on these values if you want to assign them. So for instance, if you want to prescribe a rest time in between these reps, you can. So if I want them to rest 20 seconds, I can just type in 20. And then while we're talking about rest, if I want them to rest a certain amount of, we have different metrics, in other words, for rest. So for instance, if you wanted to wait for heart rate to go down to a certain number before they resume the next rep, then you can say heart rate equals 120. All right, and then you could also type in C for custom and say here, I want you to wait till your heart rate is 120. Here, you can wait till it's 110, and then here you can wait till it's 115 before resuming the rep. And then now you have specific rest based on heart rate for each set, in between each rep for each set. And then you can also do rest time in between sets here as well. So if you want them to rest a full 60 seconds between the sets, then that'll be the rest interval that takes place between the sets. All right, so when we talk about intensity, we can prescribe intensity using heart rate, RPE, percentage, or watts. So if we just simply use a percentage, we can ask them to sprint at 80% when they take on these reps. All right, and the last thing will be the prescribed values. And prescribed values is simply for sprints, how long do you want them to sprint for? So the first set is for 3 reps. Let's say that's 60. And then the second set, they have 4 reps of that. We'll say it's 40 yards. And then the last set is 5 reps, and we'll say that's at 30 yards. All right. So now I've built a pretty complex sprint drill, but all I had to do was just kind of follow the procedure of order of things. And right now, when I've built this out, I can go ahead and click Add to Workout. All right, let me check to see if I have a baseball player. All right, Rocky Balboa is a baseball player. So let me go to Workout Entry and show you what this looks like from the athlete side. So if I go to Rocky, and Rocky he may be in the baseball group, but he's not on the baseball calendar. So let me just take a player here, and I will make sure that they go onto the baseball calendar so that we can quickly test what we've put on here as far as SAQ plus C. So let me choose this new athlete who should now be on the baseball calendar. Here's the sprint conditioning, and this is what it would look like. They have sprint 3 by 3, 4, 5. First set at 60 yards, second set at 40 yards, third set at 30 yards for 3 reps, 4 reps, 5 reps. This is what their heart rate should come down to after resuming each sprint. And then this lets them know to run at 80% intensity. And then, of course, they rest 60 seconds between each set. So this is the new way that we do SAQ plus C specifically to accommodate conditioning structure such as this. So please let me know your thoughts.